Leo and the Lonely Dragon. Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by tall mountains, there lived a boy named Leo. Leo was a brave and curious boy who loved exploring the woods and fields around his village. One day, while wandering near the mountains, he heard a strange sound, like the rustling of leaves, but much louder. Leo followed the sound and soon found himself at the entrance of a dark cave. Inside the cave, he saw something that made him gasp. A dragon! But this dragon wasn't like the fierce and scary ones from the stories. This dragon looked sad and lonely. The dragon's scales were a deep shimmering blue, and his eyes were gentle, not frightening at all. Leo was a little scared at first, but he gathered his courage and spoke softly. "Hello, dragon. My name is Leo. Why are you here all alone?" The dragon lifted his head and looked at Leo with surprise. "My name is Draco," he said in a deep but kind voice. "I live here because the villagers are afraid of me. They think I'm dangerous, but I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want to make friends." Leo felt sorry for Draco. He sat down beside the dragon and said, "I'm not afraid of you, Draco. Let's be friends. I can visit you every day and we can play together." Draco's eyes lit up with happiness. "Really? You're not afraid of me?" "Not at all," Leo said with a big smile. From that day on, Leo visited Draco every day. They played games, explored the mountains, and even flew high above the clouds on Draco's back. Leo was the only one who knew about Draco, and he promised to keep it a secret. But one day, something terrible happened. A huge storm hit the village. The wind howled, the rain poured down, and the river near the village began to rise. Soon the river overflowed and water started flooding the village. The villagers were scared and didn't know what to do. Leo watched as the water kept rising. He knew that if they didn't stop the flood, the whole village would be destroyed. Then he had an idea. "Draco can help us," he thought. He ran as fast as he could to Draco's cave. "Draco, the village is in danger. We need your help to stop the flood," Leo cried. Draco didn't hesitate. "Of course, I'll help," he said. Leo climbed onto Draco's back and together they flew to the village. When the villagers saw the dragon flying towards them, they were terrified. "A dragon! A dragon! Run!" they shouted. But Leo called out, "Wait, don't be afraid. Draco is here to help us." Draco flew over the river and used his powerful wings to create strong winds that pushed the water back. Then he breathed out a gentle, warm fire that dried up the floodwaters. Slowly the water began to recede and the village was saved. The villagers couldn't believe their eyes. The dragon they had always feared had saved them. They gathered around Leo and Draco, thanking them for their bravery. One of the elders of the village stepped forward and said, "We were wrong to be afraid of you, Draco. You are a true friend to our village. Thank you for saving us." Draco smiled and said, "I'm glad I could help. All I ever wanted was to be your friend." From that day on, Draco was no longer a lonely dragon in a cave. The villagers welcomed him into their community with open arms. They built a special home for Draco near the village, and he became their protector and friend. Leo and Draco continued to have many more adventures together, but now they were never alone. They had the whole village as their friends, and the villagers learned that sometimes the things we fear the most can become our greatest friends. And so, the village lived happily ever after, with Leo and Draco as their heroes. The end. Moral of the story: true friendship and bravery come from understanding and helping others, even when others are afraid.